Hello and welcome to an episode of Atomic Vinyl Reviews. My name is Jacob and today I've got another unboxing video for you guys. So I'm just gonna dive right into this one. This one should be a pretty quick one because we got very little figure. Oh, we'll see. So it's packed in this nice Duracell box. At least that's what it says on the front here. Okay. Opening it up. So inside, we got some bubble wrap, some plastic bags, and what appears to be our figures. So assuming I'm correct as to what's in this box, we should have, and yes we do, a Gamera Bandai vinyl figure. Excellent. So put him to the side. We also got some crap in here, and a bunch of other little minifigures. Great. So I just got these second-hand. They were pretty affordable, which was really nice. Occasionally you do see some listings on eBay for stuff for pretty decent prices, just for little collections of figures, second-hand, and stuff like that. So first of all, got a little Rodin. So this appears to be the 2004 Rodin from the movie Godzilla Final Wars. So he's just got a little articulation in his feet there. It's a little bit wonky, but you know, it works. Just painted like that on the back. Anything under his feet there? I'm not seeing anything. Any legal information about this figure? Yeah, interesting. It doesn't say anything, which is odd, so maybe this is a bootleg. Maybe not, who knows? It's made of a nice hard, solid vinyl or plastic. Anyway, little Rodin. I like him. I'm a big fan of this design Rodin. The next thing we got in here is a little Gigan. This looks like a HG figure or a Gashapon figure, something like that, or maybe not. It just says China on the side of him. He doesn't appear to have any articulation or any like pieces that come apart. I think I have a similar Gigan somewhere in my collection, but that's really cute. Nice Showa Gigan, really small guy. Again, about the size of a Gashapon figure. Not super detailed, but it does the job. Very sweet. Keep going. We got a little Anguirus figure. This guy doesn't look the best. Ooh, and he's got damaged horns. This guy does look like a bootleg. I'm gonna be pretty honest with you guys. There he is. I mean, look at that paintwork. Just bright yellow. Like, I do like the bone color of like the horns and teeth and stuff to be a little bit yellow-ish, a little have a tinge of yellow, but this is a bit ridiculous. Not to mention the rest of him is almost black. He's very dark looking. And his horns are a little bit damaged up on the top of his head there. But yeah, little extraordinarily cheap Anguirus figure. Still, nice little bonus. All these figures are actually just a bonus. I actually really wanted the Gamera as like the only thing. But since, you know, these were included, I was like, alright. And finally we got a little Kiryu Mechagodzilla figure, and this appears to be the Godzilla against Mechagodzilla version, so the earlier version, because he has the blue cannons on his shoulders, and he doesn't have that like drill hand, so that's pretty sweet. I also have some Kiryu figures that are about this scale as well, so that's pretty cool. I wonder if the, you know, same brand. Again, I'm not really seeing any markings under him. Like, you'd think under the tail there, where it's smooth, they should have written Toho and stuff like that. So these may be bootlegs. That's all good. That's fine, because I don't mind bootlegs. I actually have plenty in my collection. I've done plenty of videos on bootlegs. But let's get to the pièce de résistance, the figure that we're all here to see. That is, yes, the Bandai Showa Gamera figure. That is so cool. This is actually really sweet. First of all, paint-wise, this guy is a bit bland, but the sculpt is really nice on him. Looks actually pretty accurate. And it does have all the Bandai markings on him. Looks really authentic. That is very good. So let's bring him up to the camera. There he is. So he's actually a little bit shorter than I was expecting, but that's all good, because this guy actually will fit with your other Bandai 6-inch figures by the looks of it. He's got that nice scaling down his shell like the Showa Gamera had. Very sweet. Again, I would have liked some dry brushing down this. I know like Bandai don't really focus on their paintwork very much. They're very stingy when it comes to paint, I've noticed, on these vinyls, these Movie Monster series figures. But imagine if this was like a black plastic, for example, or had a black base coat, and then it was dry brushed with a gray, or this like greenish gray that it is, over it. There'd be so much more depth to the color. It would help the sculpt so much. But it's actually pretty cool. He does seem to be painted in two colors, like this gray plastic, and then he's painted in like a slightly green color, which does look cool, especially on camera for you guys there. In person, it almost is indistinguishable, the gray and this more greenish color, at least from what I'm seeing. But for you guys, you can kind of make out more of that green. There's a nice little tail here. Under here, he's got his markings. That's upside down. So this one has the Japanese markings, says Gamera at the bottom there, and here we have Made in China and Bandai, and it doesn't say Toho Co Ltd or anything like that, because this guy isn't a Toho character. He's a Daiei character, I think is the studio that produced the Gamera films. There we go, nice look at his face, very sweet. Ah, this is really cool. Does he articulate his head? No, but his arms do move. So you can make Gamera wave. Very, very nice. These move back and forth. He's got nice airbrushed claws on his feet and hands. They look really good. And of course we have the typical block of teeth that Bandai vinyls have, as opposed to individually sculpted ones. But these look pretty good. Nice red in his mouth. Very nice. Ah, I'm pleasantly surprised with this guy. And we have a Bandai vinyl of Movie Monster series figure of the Heisei Gamera figure as well, coming out this year, and I've got that on order, so I'm really excited about that because I've seen photos of it. It looks amazing. I have the Monster Arts to actually compare to this one, and this is the Heisei one. The Guardian of the Universe figure from Monster Arts. So you can see they actually scale pretty good with each other, despite of course not being in the same continuity or anything like that, and the Monster Arts one having superior sculpt and paintwork and just about everything. But there's still a nice little comparison between those two, just for reference. You can see the Heisei Gamera always has this sort of more armor-plated shell. It's more realistic to a turtle, I guess, but still a little bit sci-fi crazy looking. But the Showa Gamera does have these cool scales, which I always really enjoyed from that design. And I can actually bring in the Sega Gamera figure. So this is the big one. The Sega high grade Gamera figure. I've done unboxing and reviews of this guy in the past. It's basically like a budget X Plus figure of the Showa Gamera. It's very accurate how he looked, and it does look a little derpy, but the Showa Gamera looks a little derpy. That's how he is. Granted, I really wanted that what is it, Favorite Sculptors line X Plus figure of the Showa Gamera that came out a little while back. That one looked so good. It was like this, but just superior. But it was too pricey. I didn't end up getting that. Especially with postage issues from Japan as of late. It was just... Anyways, you can compare these two. So, we got the great big Gamera here. This one's, of course, is very accurate. And we got the Little Movie Monster series one here. So you can see them from the side. Gamera's got a nice detailing on this Sega figure. Very accurate to how he was in the series. And of course we've got that nice scaly shell. And this one does have some of that dry brushing around his back that I was talking about. So it does look really sweet. It's almost stone-like, the texture of this figure. So the Sega one, if you can find it for a decent price, it comes in 2 sizes. I would really recommend. But I'm actually pleasantly surprised by this little Bandai. He's very adorable, so I do really like him. And Gamera figures seem to be a lot harder to get than Godzilla figures. There's more of an industry of Godzilla figures out there than Gamera figures, so it's really sweet that we got this little guy. So that is my quick little unboxing of the Bandai Movie Monster series Gamera Showa figure. I don't know if it has a specific date. This one was put out in 2005 apparently. But like the date of the Gamera, no, it just says Gamera in Japanese, so it's not like Gamera 1960 something or another. But you know, it's the same suit, the same design throughout the Showa era, so this could substitute any of those films really, from what I understand. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little unboxing and a little mini review of the Gamera figure. and I hope to see you in one of my future videos. But until then, may your vinyl be a radiated vinyl. Over and out. Bye.